Now, when I was a teenager, I thought that the idea of putting a microchip in your brain is the most awesome stuff ever. Like you're just going into a park, you're sitting on a bench, you're in nature, you're closing your eyes, and then you can play video games in your mind. You're playing Call of Duty, you're shooting people in your mind. Like that is so great. And then you can picture all the waifus. Well, not waifus, because I was a furry at the time. You picture all the scalies into your brain, and they're doing all the stuff, and it's all in your mind, but the microchip helps you visualize. And then I grew up, and I realized, my God, that is the worst idea possible. Like, holy shit, it's probably one of the worst type of technologies that mankind could ever make. And it's not due to the fact that the technology in itself may be useful, is that I genuinely do not trust corporations. And I noticed that when corporations become powerful, they start working hand in hand with the government, and they focus a lot on consolidating power, on censoring on behalf of the government, harvesting data so they can sell it to third party or the government. And they don't focus on making the product better. They focus on making the people addicted to the product and making it so that you need the product in order to function in a society. So, like, that's the number one reason why I was against it. And secondly, it's also the idea, like, you're going to have, like, a metal in your skull. Like, there's a foreign object into your skull that you can't remove. Like, that's weird by itself. And if it breaks, right, like, even if the company doesn't want to harvest data or anything, but like, the thing breaks, how many people on Earth know how to fix it? Like, where are you going to get it repaired from? What if it gets a virus? Like, what if Hacker Man gets into your brain? I don't know how the technology works. I don't know the extent of capabilities of that thing. But, again, if it's connected to the internet and it's electronic and it has software, then yeah, it can actually get the virus. So, is that something that you're willing to go with? Right? So, really bad idea. But, I do have to say that the way it's currently implemented, I have nothing against it. And in fact, I would probably get one as well if I had the opportunity and I was in this situation like this gentleman. So, a lot of people don't know that the way it's currently implemented is not like for people that have no health issues, right? So, like, if you want to get a Neuralink, you probably won't get one. It's designed for people that have suffered things like spinal injury, so they're paralyzed and they can't move. So they need the implant in order to connect to a computer. So basically, you're stuck in a wheelchair, you can't do anything, but at least now you can access a computer. So you're just looking at the screen and you're moving the mouse with your eyes, and that's what it's for, right? Now, if it was in this stage and it was like a medical treatment for people that are stuck in a wheelchair and they're unable to do things by themselves, like, that's great. In fact, I fully support that. Because at that stage, like, what else can you do? And, it can happen to anyone. I keep telling this. It's like, look, any day you can actually get into a car crash, which may not even be your fault, and then you find yourself into this situation, and the Neuralink might actually be a good option. Because, like, what else are you going to do, right? Like, you can't even move around. So, Joe Rogan actually interviewed one of these patients that benefited from the Neuralink, and it seems that the patient is very happy with it. They had their ups and downs. In the beginning, they were afraid that they would get kicked out from the program because there was some error with the software, and he was like, well, can't you just take it out and put a new one? And they said, no, it doesn't work that way. So they had to tinker with the software until they actually managed to get it to work. And basically what he can do is, like, he looks at a computer and the little mouse cursor starts moving based on where he wants. And he's saying that it's like an aimbot, like, it's so good for competitive gaming that he's in a different league now. And he believes that in the future, if this actually becomes mainstream, there's going to be systems in place to prevent people from competing with other individuals that have this. Which is actually interesting. Now, it's interesting in one way, but worrying in another. Because, again, as I mentioned, if this would actually remain only for people that, suffered spinal damage or can't move, like, that's one thing. But, like, if healthy individuals would be able, in the future, to get, like, a Neuralink implant, which is an upgrade over the current one. Like, it can allow you to do more things, right? So, basically, you're looking at a person and you immediately make a bank transfer without having to do anything. If it allows you, like, you're a doctor and you get to see in your head the encyclopedia. You get to see in your head the correct treatment. You can dial people just by thinking about it. If it gets to that level of sci-fi shit, and then healthy people get to have it, and on top of that, you get an advantage over other people, and you get like the plot of Deus Ex, yeah, that would be very bad. And I generally don't have an answer to it. I do not know what the solution is, because I don't think it's going to be banned. Like, many countries will not ban it. The people that get it will have a huge advantage over the ones that don't, especially when it comes to finding job opportunities. And you also have the issue that, as I mentioned before, there's so many vulnerabilities that you open yourself to if you get it. So if you get it, you know, viruses, potential liability, the company harvesting data from you, another potential liability. And what people are most afraid of, like I generally seen this, is the government forcing you to get it. I don't think it will come to that. Like, I understand that the pandemic had the government forcing people to get QR code and shit. I don't think it will actually come to the point where people are forced to get the Neuralink. However, I do think that the ones that refuse to get it will definitely feel like they're missing out. And they're missing out with job opportunities. They're missing out in general performance with the ones that do get it. And you know, it's going to be, at some point, the next cultural clash. It's going to be like the people that don't want to get it versus the people that did get it. There's probably going to be a generational gap as well. Like, the people that get it are going to be young people, probably. Adolescents, especially. Because, again, like, when I was a teenager, I thought this is going to be the coolest shit in the world. And the parents and the elderly people are going to get it, you know? And they're going to be, the boomers. But, it's going to be interesting. I don't know how fast technology advances, but maybe I'll actually get to see the cultural clash. Hopefully I don't, though. Like, it's not something that... this industrial revolution is not something that I would like to participate in. Currently, it's not just struggling with the AI, right? Like, the AI is the current thing, you know, it's here to replace some jobs, and some people are worried about it, and it's the new innovation. This is something else entirely. This is just, you know, in a way it's creepy, but in another way, again, if you're a person that goes through a car crash and you literally can't move, then this is a godsend. You're going to be absolutely thrilled that this technology exists, which allows you some level of independence that you wouldn't be able to achieve by yourself. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'm actually interested about this topic. You know, it's not the most important news of the day, but I did find it interesting because I'm a Deus Ex fan, and I never thought I would start living the plot from that game in the real world. And if you like my channel, there's a pinned comment into the comment section. One link takes you to my subscribe star, where you can contribute, and the other link is going to take you over to my live stream channel. I do have another live stream channel as well, where I live stream every day. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.